Hey, Coach, I'm so excited you found us. Make sure you subscribe down below and hit up above. We put new content out just about every day. Also, make sure you go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. If you want to put up balls like this, if you want to win, you want to learn the game, you want the roadmap to become a better basketball coach, teachhoops.com is the answer for you. It's a little bit of everything. It's mentoring, it's resources. Go over and check it out and have a great day.
All right, welcome to Coaching Youth Hoops. Coach, how are we? How are those practice plans coming along, Coach?
It's basketball season, so I'm a little busy right now with and we're selling, we got custom plans or just you can order or just print out already out of the box. But uh I mean I know as a youth coach running into practice late, right? Not
Right.
having something like that to anyway. It's saving coaches a lot of time.
It is a lot of
amount of time.
They're
I
awesome.
can't tell you how
too.
many times I hear that statement of some statement of time, like I don't have time, or this has saved me a lot of time, and I don't want to. I don't know what to do. Right, that's the other thing. Right? So, and this is what we're going to talk about today too on the podcast is about how do you optimize practice. And I know we've talked about this at a high level, but I wanted to drill down into this because I think it's a huge deal at the youth level when you're limited on practice time. So we're going to dig into that.
Space a little bit.
In space, time and space, exactly.
Time and
so,
space. Also go over and check out first of all, you got to talk about your clinic too. But talk about coachingyouthhoops.com. Go over and check it out. Membership for youth coaches, everything you would ever want as a youth coach in one spot. But go talk about the clinic things.
Basketballcoachesclinic.com. Every Wednesday we have a new theme, new subject we're going to dive into. Last week we did basketball practice plans, how to optimize practice time. We're going to talk about how to implement an offense in an hour at your next practice.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah. We're going to look at defense. Those are the next few that are coming up. So offense, defense, and blanking on the third one. But anyway, we got all October planned out. Quick hour, you're in and out. We're gonna go in depth on how to again implement these things in practice with limited time, limited resources, limited baskets. Break it all down for you in simple steps.
Okay. Awesome.
Basketballcoachesclinic.com. There you go.
Drop mic. Okay, so today we're talking what? Constraints?
Yeah. So how do you take a drill as a simple example? Because the last thing you want to do is you go into practice and every practice you're teaching a new drill. It's a waste of time, right? But on the other hand, if you don't teach new drills, the kids get bored, right? And you get bored too, right? Teaching the same thing and doing the same thing over and over the same way all the time, right?
Okay.
So by adding, I call it what's your point of precision or pop, what do you change in a drill to keep it fresh, but yet still have your point of precision, which is I want to get this out of it, right? This is a defensive drill. I want to make sure that we're doing closeouts correctly, right? But I also don't want to go in teaching them, hey, today we're going to do, I don't know, just make up some names. Today we're going to do the Florida closeout drill. And then the next week, I'm going to teach them to do the Georgia closeout drill, right? But slightly different. No, right? You basically take your Florida closeout drill and add a different dimension to it. So the foundation is the same, right? You just say, we're doing the Florida closeout drill 2-on-2 today, right? So anyway, looking at different constraints to add to a drill, right? And I showed an example last week where you have with one drill and adding constraints to it, you can have 300 different combinations in the same drill. You literally could do one drill in practice and teach the entire game and expand it as you go from practice to practice by adding the constraints and progression.
I won't math geek out on you right now about all the possible permutations that you can get.
I hesitated saying that to a math teacher.
Yes. Anyway, it's true. So what I think when you're thinking of something is you should think about the constraint you want to teach. first. Like, what do I want to teach? Like, I want to work on attacking
That's
the
your
rim.
point of precision. That's your
Precision.
pop.
Yep.
There we
That's
go.
what I
Whatever
that's what
your
I want.
pop.
And then what you can do is you just slowly like I'll do something. We do some one-on-one attacking things.
Yeah.
And what I'll do is I'll change the constraint on number of like from half court. So number of dribbles
Yep.
the offense gets, where the defense is. Is the defense ahead of the offense? Is the defense equal the offense? Is the defense behind the offense? Where we're starting. So when you're talking constraints, it can be as small a tweak as you get 2 dribbles on this, or
That's right.
everyone has to touch the ball before you can shoot, or those kind of things can make a drill, the permutations of a drill, the
Yeah, right. Limitless.
exponentially, they
Yeah.
can grow exponentially. It's crazy.
And it's still the same one-on-one drill.
It
We're
is.
playing
It
one-on-one, but this time the defense is even. This time, hey,
Right.
we're doing one-on-one defense behind, doing one-on-one defense to your left, one-on-one defense to your right.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
it's just like it's crazy, right? I love that about the the progressions. Number of passes you mentioned, time to shoot, right, is another one. You got
Right.
you got 10 seconds,
Okay.
right? You have 15 seconds, whatever it is, depending on your 1-on-1, 2-on-2. The one that I heard on the clinic, some coach, and I love this, and I didn't write it, I didn't think about it at the time, but it's so true. How much air is in the ball? A flatter ball, right, is a constraint because you don't want to dribble it as much. You want to pass it more.
Oh,
right?
just a blank flat ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Or you got to dribble it harder.
I'll give you a constraint. I don't know if I ever told you this. A constraint my high school coach gave me on ball handling is he told me to go into my backyard and start dribbling. And I go, what? He
On the
goes,
grass, you mean?
on the grass. And I had never thought about it. And what he did was he gave me a constraint, right?
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden I had to get stronger to get that ball to bounce back up and do my moves against somebody in the grass. And
Well,
I
I'll give you
never
one that I learned that I did too, that I teach the kids is I actually take the plastic grocery bags,
Yep.
put the ball inside of there, and then have them just do that in the gym. The thing is going all over the place, and you got to try to control.
What does the plastic bag do?
It changes the angle on the bounce every time, and you really have to control it, and you got to bounce it hard. It acts the same way as the grass does.
That's
but
a
the ball
great
is-
thing.
Yeah, the ball is and it depends. Like we'll do 1 or 2 bags depending on how crazy I want the ball to
Because like
react.
when going back to my son's little league thing too, they have these balls that have like little knobs on them and they bounce all
Correct.
over the
Yeah,
place.
they bounce all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah, they're to
Yeah.
work like if you're a shortstop or second baseman, you
Or
gotta take the
catcher.
ball.
My
Yeah,
son had that
catcher.
as the catcher. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. So
I
then you
love
can do that drill in the gym, and you just have your plastic bags there. And then
I have
really
never
focus.
seen the plastic day. I'm gonna do that at camp next year. I want to see what that looks
Yeah.
like.
It's
I love that.
crazy because they really have to. It really does.
I'm gonna literally get off this, go out in the driveway and put
and
a
go try
plastic
it.
bag.
Yeah.
Does it matter if it's like one of the white thin ones or?
It depends again. How much reaction do you want off the ball? Like, you know what I mean?
I just
Yeah.
surprised that there's not enough power behind the ball that it makes it move. Interesting. Okay.
Well,
I
because
would've
you think
never
about
thought of that.
there's air inside of it as well, right? So it's like hitting the corners weird, and it really. And so, like I said, we'll add 1, we'll add 2, depending on who I'm working with.
That'd be a good thing to do with like little kids too, with like dribble tag.
Yeah,
Like the person that if you're playing dribble tag and they have to dribble to tag and have the person, that would be a huge constraint.
huge.
If they have to dribble that and tag,
Yeah.
that'd be
No, that's fun, right? The other ones we use too are finishing, the types of finish move. Again, your 1-on-1 drill that you just explained, right?
Right.
1-on-1, defender starts on the right-hand side, but you have to finish with a right-handed layup. Right?
I like that. Yeah.
Right? Or no, you got to finish with your floaters. We're doing 1-on-1 floaters.
Right.
1-on-1 reverse layup, 1-on-1 jump shot at the elbow, but you gotta,
And that's a constraint. Don't shoot. So we're going to do 10 layups and you can't shoot the layup the same way every time. So you got to go on the opposite side. You got to use the wrong hand.
Right.
You got to like this,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. I love those. Yeah. Well,
We
okay. So
do cones too. So, you're going 1-on-1 and you got to run around the cones. And what we do is then you can change the distance of the cones. One is, well, the defense now has to maybe run a little bit further than the offense, and the defense is chasing and catching up. Or maybe you make them even, or maybe, and then you can build from there. You can go 1-on-1, then you can go 2-on-2 and 3-on-3, and I mean, it's just like exponentially.
Okay, you and I could geek out about this for 3 hours. Anyway.
I know, it's true.
I mean, seriously, we've been talking for 4 minutes. We've just come in. So those are the kind of things you'll find on his practice plans and coachingyouthhoops.com. All right. So what else? Anything else, Coach, on closing?
No,
this up?
but so coaches, I guess the piece of advice here that we're really trying to say is don't come up with hundreds of drills for the kids to learn. Come up with, so okay, real quick, break your game up into this. Transition to offense, right? We talk about this all the time. Transition to offense, transition to defense, and defense. And under those 4 categories, and why that? First off, it's because my ring is going off, bud. I turn that off. Probably can hear that. The reason you want to break that up that way is players are in one of those 4 stages throughout the game. That way you can organize your practices. Okay, now I said that because take those 4 quarters in a game, or 4 quarters in practice.
Yep.
Again, offense, defense, transition to offense, transition to defense. Add 2 or 3 drills under each, your foundation drills, and build from there. You're done. You don't have to, right? You can add, then you just add your progressions from there.
I love that.
Yeah, it keeps it simple.
That's the golden nugget of the day.
And plastic bag.
In a plastic bag. And
recycle plastic bags into
now I feel like I can go walk my dogs and feel better about myself.
And dribble a ball
in a plastic bag.
In a plastic bag.
I got 2 dogs. Are you kidding?
That's a constraint.
I'll go 1 dog rather than 2 dogs.
1 dog and one ball in a bag.
And hey, my dog is my dogs are named Disney and Sanibel, so everyone should say Sanibel got hit really hard. So anyway, just think about those people. That was a tough tough for them. Very tough for them. Okay. All right, till next week, Coach.
Till next week, Coach.
All right, bye-bye.
See you later.
Hey, Coach, so glad you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed it a lot. Actually, if you did, subscribe and like, and then go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better.